I think I found the perfect budget-friendly pressure washer gun, but there's one thing it's missing. We're gonna get into that in a second. All right, guys, so right in front of me here, I have 4 different budget-friendly pressure washer gun options available on Amazon. Some of them have been around for a little bit. Some are so new that I hadn't seen them before. So I'm excited to share these with you. We're gonna walk through all the benefits that each of these have, what they come with, and of course the pricing to see which one may be a good choice for you. I think there's some specific winners here, especially if you're looking for that, one specific type of feature. These are gonna have that somewhere between all these. Now I wanna start off with the bang. So right off the bat, we're gonna start off with this one that I have not seen before and I actually really, really like. Now, when I first saw this one listed, I thought to myself, this looks oddly familiar to me and oddly familiar to the Chemical Guys Snubby pressure washer gun. I'm not a huge fan of that gun. The trigger actually embeds into a little plastic sleeve down here and it's not the most comfortable to use. When you pull it, it feels like it wants to grab a little bit. But the overall shape of this thing is extremely similar to that, extremely. It's like they took that and then just added some little features to get around that. Now this one is from a brand called Brook. Again, it's available on Amazon and it retails for $41.99, at least at the time of this filming. Now before we open up the box and show the other components that it comes with, I just want to briefly touch on what I love about this thing and then what I don't love about it, because then we'll go into the box and there's some reasoning behind it. So right off the bat, extremely compact design. Extremely, really nice. Comfortability, it's actually quite comfortable to hold. It's right, this could be a little widened in my personal opinion, but still very, very comfortable to hold. Nozzle storage right on the front of it, it's great. It is stainless steel and nickel plated. So if you look here, this little part here on the very front is typically brass. This is nickel plated brass, which just helps to increase the wear resistance to it. So very nice. As far as the nozzles go, let's go ahead and just see what size they are. And these, you saw me struggling to get that out there. It's nice and tight to hold these things in. So it comes with, the 40 degree is a 3.5 orifice. The green one is a 3.5. It looks like they're all gonna be 3.5. Now, why do I not really care that it comes with nozzles? It's because depending on what pressure wash you have, the 3.5 may not work for your needs. You may need a way smaller orifice or a way bigger one, depending on the pressure washer. So 3.5 is a pretty good kind of generic size, I think, in most cases nowadays. So I think that if you're gonna include them, that's a good size to do. But again, it's not really that big a deal for me. The storage there is cool though, I do like that. Now it does have your standard quick connect, 1/4 inch quick connect right on the front. It is not spring loaded or anything like that. You do have to pull the collar back and then get it to seat in. Another thing that I really like about this one though, and what I really think that people are gonna love, especially for people that I talk about, I get comments all the time of, my hands get cramped up over time. This one does have the locking feature. So you can pull it, push this over, and it holds it in place. So now you can just hold it. You don't have to keep pulling on that trigger and you'll be able to keep spraying. I will say the trigger is not the easiest trigger to pull in the world, but extremely easy. There are some like the McKillens, the MTM SGS-28, those are easier to pull, but this one is extremely easy as well. And then when you add in the benefit of being able to lock it into place, that totally negates any issue you may have. So if you look on the, I'm gonna try and show you. Yeah, you can see the notch in the trigger. So you pull that back, right? It goes over that one little piece. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's just lining up there. So it passes it, and then you push it over and it locks into the next one. Now let's go ahead and talk about what I don't love about this. Number one is just a personal preference thing, and the back is like a rubberized texture. I understand the reasoning behind it. I understand that, as things get wet, you may want the extra grip. For me, it just feels like it's gonna create a blister. So I don't like that personally. And but again, that's just preference. And then the other thing is the quick connect. No swivel. I think that if they had put a swivel on that, this would have been pretty close to my #1 recommendation for a budget-friendly pressure washer gun. It would have been right there. All the other features were here. You got nozzle storage, you got the locking mechanism, all that stuff's great, even nickel-plated brass. It's just the swivel. So with that said, let's go ahead and open up the box. Again, if I didn't say the price, this one was $41.99. Let's go ahead and open this up. So they give you some Teflon tape so you can attach stuff as needed. And they actually give you an M22 to 15 adapter if you need it. So this would be an M22 by 15 to 14, I think is what it was. I'll put this picture up of the listing. And then they give you this, which is a quick connect that you can put on your hose, right? Assuming your hose doesn't have one already. And this is what they're calling the swivel, because it does, technically it does spin. However, guys, these are not the same. Like, yes, this will swivel for you, but especially under pressure, it's not going to swivel in the same way that like one of the high-end, really nice fluid swivels would. It will swivel probably kind of close to this one, where you can kind of feel, essentially you have to take your hose still and turn it, which is nice because you don't have to do this, right? But the really nice swivels will just flow easily. So that is my main point of contention with this one. I think it's right there. Everything else I absolutely love. It's nice and compact, fits well in the hand. Again, the locking mechanism, all that stuff. I think they did a really good job. Just, that's the only thing. All right, guys, so I actually want to show you this. So this is my Quiver Flex hose, which has the Quick Connects pre-installed, right? Just want to show you something, because I noticed this when you plug in the gun, it actually is extremely swivelable, right? So I wouldn't let that deter you too much from this gun. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and pressurize it, and then we'll go ahead and show you. Right now, as you can see, super fluid. I'm gonna go ahead and power on my pressure washer. Okay, so we got pressure coming through. Now look, as far as the swivel goes. So again, it technically swivels, right? It will spin. Look, okay? So kind of similar to like what the Astro AI one has or the McKillen's. It's just when you compare that to the ultra fluid swivels, it's night and day difference. But technically, you don't have to spin the whole hose. You don't have to do this whole thing. Technically, it does move. All right, guys, so here we go, the Brook gun, again, with the locking mechanism. Again, just feels really good in the hand. Very, very nice. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and hit the button and lock it into place. Look at that. Even with the pressure going back from my pressure washer, I'm not even having to grip this thing. Pretty cool. So again, the grip strength on this is awesome because you have the locking mechanism, and all you have to do to release it is pull the trigger and it pops back out. So very cool. Just real quickly, guys, I do want to talk about something just with the foam cannon. Let's just see here if these nozzles get in the way. Oh yeah, it doesn't have the push to connect. Nope, we're all in the clear. Even with my Quiver foam cannon, it clears no problem, so you can have the storage and the foam cannon without an issue. Now the second one we're going to jump into is something that's been around for quite some time now. And that is this guy here, the Tutuluck gun, right? They come in the blue or the black. And this one does a lot of things really, really well. It's just, for me personally, the overall build quality just seems cheapened to me. I don't know why. And I think it's just because this front piece is so wide, unnecessarily wide in my opinion. Other than that, it's fantastic. So you get the, again, standard quick connect. You get the swivel in the back, which is extremely fluid, super, super nice. That's what I was talking about. It just is super, super fluid. Now this one is not nickel plated inside or anything like that. It's just brass. I really don't care. I mean, when I built mine and the new one that I'm working on, which I'll touch on here in a little bit, I am doing nickel plating on it as well. From what I've understood with different manufacturers, some people are going to full stainless steel. But the tooling and things like that with the stainless steel isn't 100% there yet, so I don't see the benefit of it. And then brass really, it doesn't even bother me at all. I think just appearance-wise, it's nicer to have it nickel-plated. It does add some corrosion resistance for sure, but I think brass is good enough, to be perfectly honest. So fantastic choice here. Again, nice and easy to pull, about the same as this one was. Not as easy as the McKillen's, not as easy as the STS. STS28, SGS28, sorry. But still very easy to pull, comfortable in the hand, a bit narrow and kind of wide for my personal liking. It doesn't fit in the hand super, super well. But overall, it's a very comfortable gun. And at a price of, depending on the color, $37 to $40. This one is a little bit more, it's like $39.99 versus the black one I think is $36.99. Absolute great choice from the Tutuluck gun. Now the Tutuluck also comes with some nice features. So you do get a nozzle as well. Nice little cone to nozzle, nice and flexible, so that if it did fly off the car, it doesn't damage it the same way it would. This is a 25-degree 3.0 orifice. So again, if you need a 3.0 orifice, it's great. If you're not using a 3.0 orifice, it's useless, right? This one does come with the M22 by 15 to M22 by 14 adapter, so no matter what hose you're using. And then it also comes with a standard quick connect M22 by 14 quick connect, in brass though, not stainless steel. All right guys, next up is the Tutuluck. Again, this doesn't seem like enough of an angle to me, and it just feels fat in the hand. But overall, a really nice pressure washer gun. Okay, very comfortable to use, comfortable in the hand. I like it. Again, the swivel is really nice. So overall, I like that one a lot. Number 3 that we're gonna go into is a little bit different. This is from Astro AI. So we have it here. Really cool as well for a couple different reasons. Number 1, the main reason that you're gonna see is it's an upside down trigger. So instead of, under normal circumstances, the trigger is from the top and the pivot point is up top. This one is opposite. The pivot point is from the bottom. It's actually extremely easy to pull. Extremely easy to pull. You can hear though, a little bit of a squeak, a little bit of a rub, because it is kind of coming through this whole mechanism here. Not the end of the world. It's actually, shape-wise, is a little bit funky to me. It's actually quite comfortable in the hand. Now, this little back piece, I would recommend, I would prefer if it was rounded out and a little bit wider, but overall, it's actually quite comfortable in the hand. The nozzle storage on this one is really cool as well. They actually integrated it. So it's just this. You see that? It's just kind of precision cut so that these just pop in and hold. Is that gonna fall out eventually? I mean, if you bang it around and stuff, I would think that plastic will wear down over time, but still, I like it. It also has one on the bottom right there. And this just, again, it's like a pressure fitting, sits in there nicely. So let's really talk about the things. Overall, I really like it. One of the things is it does have a swivel, but it's the older style swivel like we've always seen. They're bulletproof. That's the good thing. These things last, they're really good that way. But let me see if you can pick this up. You can hear a little bit of a grind to it, right? Again, not the end of the world, and it will still function. It's not gonna be as fluid as the other one. Like, you see? It stops as soon as I stop moving it, versus like on the Tutuluck, you can kind of hold it here and it just spins, right? You look at that, okay? So that's the difference. Here's this one. Anyway, not the same, right? But what I do like about this one is they did include a push to lock quick connect. So you just take it, you don't have to pull the collar back, you just take it, you seat it down and push, and you're good to go. And then it's fun to be able to pull it. And that was, I think I was, if I wasn't the first on my pressure washer gun, I was the first that I had ever seen to actually offer that on a pressure washer gun. So it's cool to see it coming across on other guns. Let's see, the nozzles that this comes with are 2.5s. So 3.5s with that other one, the Brook, 2.5s on this one. Overall, I'm very impressed with this one also. Totally different. Longevity-wise, I haven't used this. I don't know if it would get annoying. To be perfectly honest, I do feel this little piece that kicks out right here as I'm pulling, because I'm so used to having it as a normal setup dropping from the top. This is rubbing against my pinky finger. You see it right there? So I don't know how comfortable that'll be for me over time, but overall, I really like this gun. And this one's coming in at a price of $38, $37.99, possibly something like that. Yeah, great little gun. All right, guys, now for the Astro AI gun, it's a little bit interesting to me because, again, the main fulcrum or pivot point is down here, and it does feel a little bit more of a cramp to me on my pinky finger. Now, that's probably just because I'm so used to the other type, so I don't think that's really anything to count against this. It's something you'd have to get used to. But overall, great little gun. There's so many cool options in that $40 price point now. Now, the one that I'm working on building is gonna be higher than that, but it's gonna be stacked full of features, and I think that it's gonna justify that price for sure. Moving on to the fourth one that I have here though, and I think this one's my favorite overall. Man, I don't know. It's a great option as well, and that is here the Didi wash, D-I-D-I wash. Few things that I really like about it. Comfortable in the hand, probably the most comfortable. So this is what I'm talking about with the Tutuluck. Look at the angle of this. So when your hand sits there, it just wants to kind of slide through, versus this one, you get a nice harder angle here and it cups in there nicely, which is nice. Again, the trigger is easy to pull, nice and comfortable. Not as easy as the really high-end ones, but still very, very good. Not nickel plated, just brass, but again, I didn't mind that. Standard quick connect on the front, and then the super, super fluid swivel here as well. Okay, so very, very nice. Now, and this is the most updated kind too, where the insert actually spins freely from the exterior one. Really nice little gun. I actually really, really like this one. The only thing I don't like about this is that it seems obvious to me that they're going after the McKillens. The McKillens is such a good gun, and I feel like they're going after people, almost trying to confuse them on, oh, maybe this was the one that I wanted versus this one, because let me show you the original McKillens, and that is right here, right? So they definitely went after that color combo, like pretty specifically in my opinion. Now, real quick to talk about the McKillens, I think it was kind of funny that they did this, because I think the only thing holding the McKillens back from even better sales is the color. I think people want just a, they want that black and gray option. And I've seen on the McKillens Instagram page, it looks like he is offering a black and gray version of this coming up. So I think that thing's gonna be something really to be dealt with. It's gonna be incredible. It also looks like he's adding the push to connect lock on this. So I'm very excited for that as well. As far as the swivel goes, this one that he uses on this gun is the more standard style, so you have a whole piece that connects into it, but it's pretty fluid. It's not as fluid as those other ones. Yeah, it's not as fluid as those other ones, but it's still nice and fluid, and the benefit of this one is the easy pull trigger. It's very, very easy to pull, very comfortable. Also, this piece again is comfortable in the hand, all good there. I absolutely love this thing. However, I do love this thing too. I think this thing looks absolutely great. It's just, again, like clearly they were going after that color combo. Now the Didi wash also comes with, I didn't really touch on what the Tutuluck came with either, but you get a little instruction manual, and you do get a covered nozzle, which is nice. I don't know what degree this is. Oh, there you go. 25 degree, and it is a 4.0 nozzle. So again, that actually gets really, really useful when we're looking at like I think the Active 2.0 pressure washer came with a 3.7, I believe. So out of 4.0, you're getting, you'll be able to use that. But again, if you're using like an Ryobi 1800, you're not gonna have any pressure. You're gonna have more flow, but like almost no pressure. You also do get the M22 by 15 to 14 connector, and then you also do get the standard quick connect that you can install on your hose. Again, you see, this is the same thing like on the Brook one, where how they're relying on this to be the swivel. This one technically does that, but again, because it tightens up, they still have this incredibly smooth swivel on it, right? Because it's very different than just what the quick connect will do. All right, guys, and last but not least is the Didi wash. For me, it's just the most comfortable in the hand. This one and the Brook, again, those are the two main ones, but this one just has that incredibly fluid swivel. As you can see, even with it's under load, right? And it still just spins like nothing. So it's nice because when you actually pull it, it'll actually pull out kinks in the hose without having to do anything else. So I do like this one a lot. All right, guys, so with all that said, which ones are my favorites? And the answer is going to be, it's a mixture between these two, the Brook and the Didi wash. Again, the Tutuluck's fantastic as well. That angle I don't like, and it just feels fat in my hand, to be perfectly honest. So why is it between these two? It would be this guy. it would be this one. This one's nice and compact, comfortable in the hand, has the locking mechanism. All that's good to go, has nozzle storage, has nickel-plated brass. The only thing it's missing is that swivel. If you don't mind the swivel, then I think this is an absolute home run. Or for those people that do comment on my videos that say, hey, you know, my hand gets cramped up or whatever else, this is a great option because you have that locking mechanism. Now, on the other hand, overall, just fit, finish, and everything else, the Didi wash, I think for a budget-friendly pressure washer gun, extremely easy to pull the trigger, really nice swivel, just a great little unit. So that is it for today's video, guys. Just wanted to highlight those 4 pressure washer guns. If you're looking in that price point range, I really think, like, yes, there are some guns on Amazon that are even cheaper, 15, 20, 25 bucks. But when you get into that $40 price point, you really start getting the features that you want, the nice fluid swivels or nozzle storage or things like that. So that's my recommendation. Again, and this one's weird to me just because it's new to me as far as that kind of connection goes, but it is comfortable in the hand. I think that has, again, I just don't like the squeaking. But other than that, I think any of them you go with, you won't be disappointed. I'll link them all in the description. And again, guys, also check out the McKillens. I absolutely love this thing. If you don't know what this little piece is here, it's this awesome rubberized piece where you can actually take nozzles, okay, and then you have nozzle storage here too. You just push it through. Boom, and it holds it in place nicely. So that you're good, you can get back to work. Again, another benefit of this thing is the trigger is even shaped to your hand. It's just a very, very comfortable gun with an extremely easy pull. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope that video helps you. Please make sure to like the video, make sure you subscribe, turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys on the next one.